Okay, so here's another molar mass or moles question. Okay, and what we're going to do in this particular case is we're calculating the mass. So the question asks us, what is the mass of 0.677 moles? Okay, so that's N of potassium sulfide. So the question is asking me for M. And I'm going to use potassium sulfide in order to figure out what the molar mass is, kind of like we did before. So in this case, potassium sulfide, again, this is a metal, this is a non-metal, okay, and I'd be able to see that on my periodic table, but I've kind of given like snippets here. So this is an ionic compound, so this is going to be K plus, we're balancing the charges, and S2 negative. So I'm going to do my little crisscross here, okay, and I'm going to get K2 S. Okay, so the question here is the molar mass of K2S. So I have two potassiums, okay, which potassium is, so I'm going to do 2 multiplied by 39.10 grams per mole, and 1 sulfur, so 1 sulfur, which is going to equal here just 32.07 grams per mole. Okay, so when I put this in my calculator, I need to make sure that I'm timesing the proper one, so 39.10, and I'm going to add that to 32.07. Here we go, and I get a molar mass of 110.27 grams for every mole of K2S, or potassium sulfide. Okay, so the question now is asking me for the mass. Well, I have the formula here, right? And this is giving me my data booklet. I would know this because the question is asking me for the mass. It's giving me the number of moles, and this is kind of the only question that, or the only one that'll work that way. So what I'm going to do here is, if I wanted to kind of quickly rearrange this, is I would plug it into the triangle. I know that looks like a terrible triangle, but you can use your imagination. The question is asking me for the mass, so I'm going to cover that up. And I now know that mass is equal to the number of moles times the molar mass. Okay, so I'm going to now substitute in my values that I am given. Okay, at the number of moles being 0.677 moles, and my molar mass here, so I'm going to times that by 110.27 grams for every mole. So now I know that I'm going to get less than 110 grams, okay, because I have less than a whole mole. So I'm going to take this value that's already there, and I'm just going to multiply it by 0.677. Hit enter, and I get an answer of 73.6272779 grams. Okay, well, let's figure out the number of significant figures. So I'm given this that has 3 significant figures. Remember, leading zeros don't count. So I need to report this to 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3. This is less than 5, so I don't round it up. So it becomes 73.6 grams, and that's my answer. Thanks for watching the solution. And yeah, and paying attention and following along.